What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, and welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates every single day on Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and during the week we take a look at the Dow Jones, which we'll be doing towards the end of the video. We're going to take a look at a gap nobody's talking about today. Also, we're going to take a look at the bullish and the bearish case scenario. As you guys know, I am bearish here still. We will talk about the magic number that will turn me bullish. Definitely stick around, and don't forget we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. All right, guys, as always, just a reminder, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Always do your own due diligence and your own research before investing in anything. Disclaimer scrolling on the bottom, make sure you read it, and always remember this is my opinion, not yours. All right, so we're going to take a look at the news headlines real quick first and just get a feel for the sentiment. The U.S. just destroyed a potential dollar rival. Is Bitcoin next? Having ho-hum Bitcoin roller coaster resumes. Isn't that the truth? Record CME BTC open interest shows institutions bullish on Bitcoin. That makes me bearish. When I see headlines like this trying to push people, that makes me bearish. Long squeeze incoming. 3 reasons why Bitcoin price may drop. As U.S. pumps trillions into the economy, Bitcoin price likely to be affected, of course. We'll take a look at the pre-markets too. Markets open in a little over 2 hours. I'm going to try to zip through this kind of quick, guys. So let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. We are at 50. We're at neutral. We're up 10 points from yesterday, obviously from the little pumps we've been having. Bitcoin on the monthly. We have these two trend lines here on the monthly, 93.40 and 85.50 range. If we close the monthly above this, I will be bullish. If we close in the middle, still neutral. If we close below the 85.50, I am bearish. Don't forget, a good way to support the channel is my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. Definitely check it out. A lot of cool crypto stuff in here, and you can put any crypto, not just what you see. So there's also long sleeve tees and hoodies and stuff that she doesn't have listed. Just hit her up in the contact. And let's look at the gap I was talking about. This is a CME futures. This is a 4-hour, but we do still have a gap all the way down. And gaps don't have to fill, guys. I am just trying to make you guys aware of it. Nobody's talking about it because most channels are just all bull. They put, crazy thumbnails of Bitcoin to 1 million and whatnot to get you to watch. We try to keep it honest here. So anyways, this gap is between 35.70 and 35.95. Still have a gap here. Just keep that in mind, guys. Again, not saying we have to go there, but definitely keep it in mind. This is the magic number that I am talking about. You guys see this on a lot of channels, but you guys see this. The trend line is different that they show on the other channels saying we broke through. Do not believe we broke through. I use the wicks. The wicks are the way to go. And if this week, if we are able to break, it's 10,460 to 10,500. I don't care if it's a wick, close above, whatever. If we break that, it's pretty damn bullish in my opinion. I don't think it's going to happen. As you guys know, I'm bearish, but anything's possible. And we will take a look at the bullish case scenario. It is up to you to make up your mind. So looking at this as a falling broadening wedge in the yellow, we have broken it. We could come back down and test the top for support around the $8,200 range, $8,150. The measured move of that, and again, only if we break the 10,450 to 10,500, just to be on the safe side, break the 10,500, which is the magic number, then I'm bullish. And then the target would be from this wedge at about $16,000. But again, unless we break this 10.5, I don't see it happening. I do have some lower lows down here. This one being the 200 EMA on the weekly is around 5,600 right now as we speak. But again, if we went down from here, this would probably turn down just a little bit. But we have these trend lines on the bottom. This one being, if we came down here around 45 to 4,600 to retest this trend line. And we have a trend line back from 2016, which makes this a symmetrical triangle. That would be between 27 and 2,900 if we came down and retested that. And then worst case scenario, coming down to retest this bottom trend line here of this rising broadening wedge would be around the $1,000 to $1,200 range, depending on where we hit. Again, guys, not saying it has to go here. We're just looking at all options. All right, let's look at the RSI. So we were talking about the RSI for quite a while. Last week we broke above like this, but came back down in it. This week we did close above it. I do believe at least we're going to have to come down and retest the top of it and confirm for support on the RSI. If we break through that, then we're looking at them lower lows. But I would say it's probably going to be around between 8,000 and 8,500 for a retest of this. So keep them numbers in mind. But yeah, if we do retest this and come up to test the top, that could be pretty damn bullish for Bitcoin. The top of that could be around that $16,000 range. Again, guys, I am still bearish here. If you guys are interested in trading, I'm going to leave a Prime XBT tutorial up top. Definitely check it out. If you use my promo code Savy50, you get 50% on top of your deposit up to 1 Bitcoin. And if you use Savy25, you get 25% off all your fees. I also have a Bybit and a Dudex tutorial. You'll see them throughout the video up top, but I have my links down below. You also get bonuses for signing up with them. Dudex has got a pretty cool option that is risk management. You hear a lot about that. It's an easy setup to manage your risk, so check it out. I use all three of them depending on what I'm doing. Prime XBT is great for Forex, gold, silver, all kinds of different stuff. It's a great platform. Definitely check it out. But anyways, let's look at the daily. So looking at the daily, as you guys know, we have this rising broadening wedge that we broke out of here. There's still a possibility that we come up and retest it. We did not quite touch it here last time we came up to around the 10,000. What was that? 10,075. We could still come up and retest this, being around that 10,450 to 10,500. I would expect a huge rejection there. If we did go up there, I don't want to say we're not going to go there, but I don't think we're going to head up that way. We're still getting support on the 8 EMA as of right now. We do have this doji candle forming here, but we have this rising channel that we've been watching. And a break of this rising channel, if it would be in the next day or two, the measured move for that is also lines up with the 0.618 at 62. About 62.20, somewhere in that range. The golden pocket zone ranges between 6,050 and 6,220. I would expect at least a bounce there. We could bottom there and continue up. I've had this is my main target down here, 5,400. I've had it for quite a while. Again, guys, not saying it's got to go there, but I'm still looking at this. If we took the Fibonacci retracement from the swing low to the swing high, the 0.786 is 51.44. If we drop below that, I would say we're heading for them lower lows that we discussed earlier. But yeah, the bottom of this channel right now lines up with the 0.236 fib at around 8,600. If we break that, guys, my next line for support is the $77 range, which is 0.382, and it has been major support and resistance all the way through here. So that's a pretty important zone, that 7,700. Also, one more thing I want to look at, I have, as you can see, I have this target of 79.72, and that was looking at this as an ABC correction, and we'll just put the Fibonacci extension on that from the swing high to the swing low and back up to this swing high, and that is the 1-to-1 extension. It's actually up a little bit because we had that little pump yesterday, around 79.81 to 8,000. So either way, guys, I do see us coming down to at least test the bottom of this channel, and that's going to be around the 8750 would be the 0.618. But like I said, if we were to come down and retest it within the next day or two, it's going to be about 8620, somewhere in that range. Keep those in mind. And the RSI, this is pretty important. We look at the rising channel that we've been in forever. We had a falling wedge, which we broke out of. Now we have a rising broadening wedge, which usually break bearish. Testing the bottom of this, I think, is going to line up with that $8,600 range. And if that breaks, that would confirm this wedge breaking down. And we could be coming all the way down to the bottom of this channel again, which could get us anywhere from this 5,400 to the 7,700, but we'll keep an eye on it. That's why you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you do subscribe if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs up. I always forget to remind people. Let's see how many likes we can get on this video, and leave your comments down below. Let's go into the 4 hour. Looking at the 4 hour, same thing that we just discussed, all the same targets in the 4 hour. Like I said, the bottom of this channel is going to be around the 8,600. If that breaks, then we're looking at these lower lows. And if we look at the RSI here, I have a group within our Discord that only people that actually trade are going in. But as you can see, I had showed them this yesterday, that we had got rejection here, or was looking to get rejection there. And if you look up here, we've had, this was higher highs in the price, lower highs in the RSI, which is bearish divergence, and we discussed that in there, and we're pretty much expecting this. Let's go into, as you can see here in the 4 hour, we are getting support on the 13 EMA. I don't necessarily think this is going to hold, guys. I think we're going to continue down. Let's look at Litecoin. Litecoin had a nice little pump last night, almost made it up to the 0.382 retracement of this swing high to swing low here. If we zoom in, as of right now, we could come up and test this top trend line here, this blue one, off of these peaks. That would be around 40, that'd be around the $50 range. If that breaks, the next stop's around that 54.60. And if that was to break, we could come all the way up and test the $62 range at the 0.618. And then the 0.786, 71.75. If we look at the RSI, it looks like most likely if we pump, it's only going to be up to around that $50 range. As you can see in the RSI, we have a falling channel here, rising channel here that we fell out of, tested it for support. Looks like we have room for another push up, possibly. But I want to point out in the 4 hour, lower lows in the price action, higher lows in the RSI. Bearish divergence, guys. This is looking pretty bearish. Ethereum, same thing. Yeah, same thing with Ethereum. We have, oh, let me look at the targets here. Sorry about that. For Litecoin. So if we look at, move this line up here. This is actually where I had the channel. If we measure from where we broke out of the channel here, would be around the $30 range, which is also the 0.786. But I'm still looking for the golden pocket zone here between $34 and $35 is where I am looking for Litecoin to head. And that is from the swing low to the swing high here. That would be the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement. Same thing for Ethereum. The Ethereum 0.618 Fibonacci retracement is about 142. We do have much lower lows possible if Bitcoin goes to its lower lows. Have one down here at $47. And Litecoin, I have all the way down to $10 possible if Bitcoin, gets those lower lows. So let's, yeah, right now, if the bottom of this channel is around 211, if that breaks, then we're looking at 0.236 is 194, then 175, and we know the rest. I'm still pretty bearish, guys. Still looking for this 142 range possibly. If we were to break up, this does look like a broadening wedge here. And the measured move off that is all the way up to the 27 or $247, $250 range, which is also 0.786 of this swing high to swing low. So that's the bearish case, or the bullish case. The bearish case is at 142, and this is over long term. So let's look at pre-market. Dow is pumping. Look at the Fed's print. 407. We're up 407 pre-market with 2 hours before open. Let's look at where we closed on Friday. Closed right on my resistance line. As you can see, the RSI has given us clues here. This is the 4 hour. I have a target from the breakdown of this rising channel here at 21.1 thousand points. Does look like we could have a little rally here today. Watch this in the RSI though. Actually, should this be? No. Putting it right there. Looks like we could come up, retest this in the RSI. If we break through that, we could be coming up to retest this top trend line, which could be as high as the 25.6 thousand points. We also have the 200 EMA on the 4 hour at about 24.8. But we can see it pump and then immediately drop after open, and that's pretty much what I'm thinking. If not, then Bitcoin is still correlated, so Bitcoin will have a jump with the Dow if the Dow does continue the jump. But anything can happen. Keep an eye on it. Excuse me. These are still my targets right here. The 21.1 and the 21.7, and the 21.7 was from the break of this broadening wedge, but obviously we're back in it as of right now. But if we look at the EMAs, we are getting resistance from all the EMAs down here, so keep that in mind. Like I said, we could have one more little jump up to retest this trend line in the RSI before coming back down. So let's look at the daily real quick on the RSI. The daily looks pretty bearish. As you can see, we had a falling broadening wedge here, broke out of it. Looks like we're going to come back down and test it for support, and that should come down to our targets down in this area. We'll see what happens, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click CryptoSavy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash that like button. Leave your comments down below. What do you think? Where do you think we're headed? Are you super bullish on Bitcoin or are you bearish? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm out.